I think as the children obviously progress through the school, they are expected to tackle more challenging concepts and ideas. By having the resources and the apparatus there for them, they're able to really kind of put their thinking into practice. So it gives them more than just a pen and paper. And I think perhaps in the past, or perhaps in other schools, that maybe that perception is that it's very much for younger children.
We've seen it work. We've seen the impact that it has on children. We see it unlocking their understanding, helping them to explain why things happen. They see the relationships between numbers and within numbers, the properties of numbers become alive, become real for them, and it makes such a significant difference to the depth of understanding that we see in the children.
And as a teacher, looking at the way in which they use the resources, you can gain a great deal of understanding of their mathematical understanding, simply from the way they go about solving a problem, which again is not age dependent. Some of our 11-year-olds use things like Numicon to solve problems, and it's very interesting looking at how they use it and some of the ideas that they have about problem solving and those kinds of things, and how that comes across in what they do.
Having worked with children in the classroom and as a member of the Numicon professional development team, I've been eagerly awaiting the arrival of Kit 3, because along with my colleagues I've known for a long time the benefits of using structured apparatus with older children. Now, before we go any further, let's have a look at what's in Kit 3.
As with all our core kits, there are plenty of great quality resources included. Firstly, the all-important teaching guide, with guidance on pedagogy and practical support, and the activity handbook for day-to-day use in the classroom. We'll come back to these in more detail in a moment, but first let's look at what else you get. The class kit contains 2 boxes of 80 Numicon shapes and extra 10s and 1s. These are at the heart of many of the activities, and along with other structured apparatus, help children communicate their thinking to teachers in a way not provided by written work alone. New in Kit 3 are the baseboard laminates, similar to the plastic baseboards found in the earlier kits, but with the added advantage that they can be used with dry white markers, useful when children are looking for patterns. Also new are the counters. You get 200 of these. Along with the Numicon pegs, these are used in a variety of ways throughout the activity groups. The ever-popular Feely bag is still in Kit 3. Older children love activities with this, and it helps them to visualise number relationships. It's a larger shape, with 5 down one side. It's even. It must be a 10. Another important image is the Numicon display number line, which should be prominently on view in all junior classrooms. Also included are 4 Numicon 10s number lines, great for modelling, calculating, including multiplication and division. There are 3 Numicon 0 to 100 cm number lines. Number rods fit along this, and the decade sections are clearly defined to help with bridging activities. A useful alternative to the 10s number line is the number rod track. 3 of these are included in the kit and are used with number rods in many of the activities. We haven't included number rods in the kit as so many schools have them already, but you can order them separately. For generating numbers in games and practical activities, we've included a pack of 0 to 100 numeral cards and 4 spinners. You'll find a variety of overlays for these in the teaching guide. Teachers that already use Numicon will notice that there are 2 books in Kit 3 rather than 1, the teaching guide and the activity handbook. The teaching guide is essential reading, and you'll find yourself dipping into it again and again. It provides support with getting started, the first 4 weeks' work with Kit 3, the theory behind the approach, key mathematical ideas, photocopy masters, and most importantly, putting the approach into practice. Many of the children in your class may already be familiar with the approach and apparatus. For these children, as well as those who are new to Numicon, the teaching guide features a section on familiarisation, which will help guide you through the first 4 weeks with Kit 3, so you are confident that the children get off to the best start. You will also find an accompanying CD containing the planning and resources software. This is to be found on the inside front cover of the teaching guide and contains a video introduction to help get you started, activity group summaries, support for short-term planning, editable short, medium and long-term plans, photocopy masters including assessment sheets, and Numicon resources for classroom displays. Now let's take a look at the activity handbook. It provides your day-to-day classroom support and Kit 3 activity groups. All 30 are laid out in the same way, and you will find a key explaining this at the start of the activity handbook. As with the other Numicon kits, the activities are arranged into 3 main strands: pattern and algebra, numbers and the number system, and calculating. Kit 3 also features a Getting Started activity group to help with familiarisation. To support your planning, we have included medium and long-term plans. Medium-term plans show the expected coverage. Long-term plans show the recommended order of teaching through the activity groups. The activity groups themselves follow a consistent format. At the top is the activity group title, number and key mathematical ideas covered. This is followed by educational context, the learning opportunities, assessment opportunities and words and terms for use in conversation. The activity groups are all introduced with a selection of focus activities with an emphasis on problem solving. These are designed to be taught in order, to build understanding, and they are supported by practice activities to ensure fluency and confidence with the ideas. You will find that assessing becomes an ongoing process, and the activities in Kit 3 provide ample evidence for you to determine how each child is progressing. So that was a brief introduction to the resources, but there's lots more to explore.